Okay, good evening everyone. So, how is everyone doing? Today is officially first LRDI class of your last batch. Okay, last batch CAT 2023. Okay, and we are going to start with DI tools, like what type of tools or benchmark or methods are required to attempt data interpretation questions. So usually you know that in data interpretation question, it's all about calculation, approximation, knowing things about arithmetic things like percentages, profit and loss, ratio, and then average mixture alligation, time speed distance, time and work, and all that. Okay, so apart from that, before we start solving any type of sets, it's very important that we discuss about those methods, those tricks. Okay, like in percentages, apart from the basic percentages concept, some important concepts are required, like successive percentage or multiplication factor or properties of ratio and all that. So apart from that, we are also going to discuss a set if time permits. All right, so are you guys excited to start this journey? Should we start with this class? Yes, correct. Okay, so whenever we talk about data interpretation, okay, it's about data, and whenever there are data given, there comes the calculation part and the percentages part. So we need to take care of those things before we start solving any kind of set. Okay, so let's start with this. What type of things do we find in a data interpretation set? What type of concept, what type of format or data interpretation sets are given? So you will find sets based on calculation, properly calculation, not much of a logic. Okay, now you know that in CAT, calculator has been given. Okay, so you can use that too apart from approximation. Okay, and after that, based on reasoning, like no calculation. Okay, values are given, lots of values are given, something logical are required to solve that, like reasoning are required. So uh, questions you will find DI sets based on this also. Now some of the DI sets are based on calculation and reasoning also, like in CAT 2022, if you remember, there was a set about CAT 2021, there was a set about uh, four different kind of person, four different kind of delivery person, okay, who used to deliver food or shakes to different persons, and there were some tips available. Okay, and those were based on calculation and little bit of reasoning. You need to make a table and all that. And apart from that, now this is very important, based on arithmetic concept. This was absent previously, but in last 5-6 years, if we talk about DI sets based on arithmetic, there has been so many sets based on arithmetic concept. Which type of arithmetic concept if we are talking about? Then it will be based on profit and loss, okay, or time, speed and distance. 4 question, 5 question sets based on time, speed and distance. A whole story has been given, a caselet has been given, and apart you need to extract data from that and you need to solve it. So recently there was a set based on time and work. Whole 4 question set was based on time and work. Then sets based on mixtures and alligation. Average mixtures and alligation are so common. Every day you will see that at least one set is based on mixture and alligation. And these kind of sets do not require depth concept, depth knowledge of those chapters, but only the basic one. Okay, if you know how to solve basic problems of time and work, or time, speed and distance, or profit and loss, or you can say time and work, mixture, average, alligation, then you will see that all the sets can be solved very easily. Okay, okay, so let's talk about what type of DI set, how does a DI set look like. So basically you will see that lots of information has been given, some caselets has been given, kind of a paragraph where they will there will be some direction, some instruction. Apart from that, there might be some graph, okay, there might be some graph or table, pie chart, line graph and all that. And apart from that, you will see there is a header. Apart from that, you will see there is a header somewhere, okay. After the directions, you will see there is a header, and then there is a footnote also, something will be written here. So it's possible that header is absent, footnote is given, or footnote is absent, header is given, or both of them are given. So I will show you guys how this works. Now directions, head notes, representation of data, which is graphs, tables and everything else. And apart from that, footnotes. Now you need to take care of these things, okay, like footnotes, okay, and head notes. You should be careful about this. Sometimes it's also possible that these are just irrelevant instructions, or sometimes these are very important, like you will have to use those formula or those instructions given there, okay. And then comes question based on these three part, okay. Yes guys, am I audible? I think one or two students are having problem with the audio. Yes, okay, all good. Okay, thank you. So let me show you few different type of representation of data. Now you don't need to solve or understand anything. You just need to see that how does a table look like, how does a bar graph look like. So this is just a representation of a table. You can see that it's given company, name of the companies, then comes the cost beared by total all the companies, then what was their profit percentage, okay. So using this information, if required, we can find the total selling price or the total revenue or the profit values, you can find it here. And then comes this is what I call footnotes. This is what I call footnotes. So you can see information has been given. There might be some formula given also, like you can see profit percentage of a company is nothing but profit upon cost into 100. So these footnotes are important. There is another formula how to find the profit, all right. Negative value of profit indicates as a loss. So some instructions are given in case of footnotes, okay. Now this is bar graph. This is how a bar graph look like. A little explanation about this bar graph. If you say revenue is total income, okay, total income or the selling price, you can say. So apart from that, this is bar graph, and in case of bar graph, you can see there are 5 different departments of a college: EC, CSE, IT, ME and EE, and data has been given with respect to number of students passed, number of students failed and number of students re-evaluated their result. Like recently in CUET exam, there was lots of errors, so students could have could apply their marks like to re-evaluate, right. So all of these are re-evaluating students, like 12 students, 10 students. Now number of students in each department are different. So this is how bar graph look like, okay. Net or gross में difference? No, not usually, unless it's given in the question that gross is this, net is this, net revenue is this, gross revenue is this. Like sometimes gross revenue is something net revenue plus tax, okay. So this is how it works. It will be given in the question. Now apart from this, this is how a line graph look like. Now again, this is just to show you guys. We will be solving, we will be having a class on each of these graphs. Like we will have a class on tables, we will have a class on line graph, we will have a class on bar graph, then pie chart and all that. So this is just to understand how, what is a line graph, what is a bar graph, okay. So this is a line graph. As you can see, this is how a pie chart look like. Now in case of pie chart, data has been represented in some different way. Like can you tell me, like in line graph or in bar graph or in tables, data has been represented in like values, right, or in percentages. But in case of bar graph, data can be represented in some other way also, which is not present in any other form of representation. Can you tell me what is that? What is that method of representation? Yes, that method is degrees, correct? So in pie chart, data has been represented in degrees also, and some of those degrees should be equal to 360 degree, right? Full angle. Full angle is nothing but, complete angle is nothing but 360 degree. So data can be represented in degrees in case of pie chart. Now pie chart questions are also very interesting, okay, and can be solved very easily using ratio method or successive percentage or something. We will be solving those sets during class, and you will see that the most interesting sets that you can find in all the graphs are pie charts, okay. So we will come to that. Now this is multi-table graph, like multi-graph. So there is a bar graph and there is a line graph, and below it's given that the blue graph represent number of customers visited on each day, and in this orange means the line graph, the line represent the percentage of customer who made purchase, okay. So in this case, if you check, let's say on day 1 how many customers visited. On day 1 total 50 customers visited. How many customers visited day 1? 50 customers. But out of those 50 customers, how many customers were there who made purchase, okay, who made purchase? So we will have to check it. Where are we getting this line? So this is 30%. So out of 50 customer, only 30% customer made purchase. Rest of the 70% customers were there for window shopping, right, like we do most of the days, है ना? So well, I do. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I get bored, so I go to mall, just eating something, not buying anything. And so see, on day 2, can you tell me on day 2 what is the number of customers? And on day 2, can you tell me on day 2 what is the number of customers and how many, what percent of customers made purchase? Rishabh, because the percentage has been given this side. It says percentage of customer. Percentage has been given on the right side. Values has been given on the left side. So number of customer will be taken from here. The bar graph, the reference for the bar graph are here. The reference for the line graph is on the right side. So it will be 65. So number of customers will be 65, and what percentage of customer made purchase? So this is 40%. So 65 and 40% of those made purchase. Now can you quickly calculate and tell me what is 40% of 65? What is 40% of 65? Not 30. क्विकली का मतलब ऐसा नहीं था कि Pratham is very excited. Yes, it's 26. How did you calculate it? How did you calculate the 40%? Can you tell me? How did you calculate 40% of 65 is 26? Mahak, no, it's not 25. You did it straight away 65 into 0.4, right? Or 6.5 into 4. Okay, correct. So basically you can do this. 10% is equal to 6.5. 65 is nothing but 100% of itself. So 10% will be 1/10, which is 6.5, and then multiplied by 4. So 40% is 26. Now you can also do that like 40% is nothing but 2 by 5. What is 40%? 40% is nothing but 40 by 100, which is 2 by 5. So you can also multiply 2 by 5 into 65. So 13 into 2, that makes it 26. So we will learn this calculation technique also. Now this is what we can say cumulative bar graph looks like. Okay, cumulative bar graph, what does that mean? That there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 person. Okay, and distribution of their rent they paid has been given. Distribution of the groceries they has been paid, and distribution of the money in travel they have given. Stacked bar graph, cumulative bar graph. Okay, so from there you can understand that if total all of these person have paid rent, doesn't matter how much amount, total amount 20% of that total amount has been paid by Anay. Okay, total 20%, like if they paid let's say 100 rupees in rent, so 20 rupees was paid by Anay, and not 20, it was 25 rupees was paid by Anay, and from here to here whatever this value is, it will be given in the question usually. Let's say if this is 48, so this is 25, so 23 rent paid by Bhola will be 23. 48 minus 23, which is 48 minus 25, which is 23 rent was paid by Bhola. And let's say if this value is 65, so what was the total rent paid by Bhola? It will be 70, not Bhola, Chintu. It will be 17 rupees, and so on. So this is percentage distribution, okay, of all the expenses made by these 5 person in one graph. Renisha, as we are not solving any question, okay, this is just about understanding the graph. Okay, so don't about the brightness, we are not going to stick to this slide for a longer time. All right, now what should we do? We are not going to solve any kind of set. Yes, in the end, if we had time, we are going to solve a very interesting set. Okay, very important set. But before that, as this class says, that we are going to learn about the tools which will be required to solve data interpretation problems. Okay, so let's see what do we require. So the most important part in data interpretation is how can we avoid unnecessary calculations, right? Lots of calculation, lots of calculation in data interpretation questions. So how can we avoid those? So what are the things required? So first thing, using percentages tools, which we will learn today. Okay, and then apart from that, proper knowledge of ratio, which will be taught in the class, or in DI class also. We will keep learning about ratio, properties of ratio. And then comes approximation. Now, approximation is something that options are always have some distance, have some gap between them. Like options are 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, and you are doing some faster calculation and you are getting like 10.7%. So definitely you should mark 10% if you are confident about your calculation. Okay, so approximation is something you are doing some calculation by taking number, rounding off. Like if values has been given 4395, if value has been given 4395, you made it 4400. So somewhat your calculation will deviate from the original value, right? So if you have some complex calculations, what you can do, you can take some approximate value and calculate. And if options are very close to each other, that means the calculation is easy, or you should use calculator. If options are easy, options are very close to each other, then do not take any risk. Okay, either use calculator, or if you are doing calculation, be careful about it. Apart from that, if in the options there is an option none of these, let's say options are A is equal to 10.2%, B is equal to 7.5%, C is equal to 8.4%, and D is equal to none of these. Okay, and you did all the calculation. So in this case, whenever option is, one of the option is none of these, yes, Rishabh, calculator is allowed. So whenever you see this option, there is a red flag. Okay, none of these. Even if you are getting, if you are doing the correct calculation, exact calculation, and you are getting 8.6%, do not mark this. Your answer should be then none of these. Or even if you are getting 8.5%, then mark none of these. Okay, are you getting what I am saying? Whenever you have option none of these, you should be getting exact answer as per the options, either mark none of these. Okay, so in case of values, like even you are getting 10.3%, do not mark 10.2%, that's a trap. Okay, if you are getting 8.4%, फिर तो 8.4 ही मार्क करेंगे ना. Tisha, no, 8.48%, no, do not mark this one, mark this one. Okay, so be careful about these things. Now what we are going to talk about is percentage to fraction and fraction to percentage conversion. Okay, Shreya, just 8.4 means 8.4, not 8.38, not 8.39. Okay, recheck the calculation. If you are still getting 8.38, then just mark none of these. Rishabh, what did I say? I said approximation when all the values has been given. If one of the option in none of these, then no approximation. Okay, then you will have to calculate exact value. Now what is percentage to fraction conversion? So if there is x percent, what is the meaning of x percent? It's nothing but x by 100. Like if I have 10%, this will be 10 by 100, which is equal to 1 by 10. If you have 20%, this is 20 by 100, which is equal to 1 by 5, and so many values. Now remember, every value is 100% of itself. Why 100% of itself? Because 100% is nothing but 100 by 100, which is equal to 1. If you are talking about 200% of a number, means twice of that number. If you are talking about 300% of a number, that means thrice of that number, and so on. Apart from this, if you need to convert a value into percentages, if you need to convert, let's say there is a fraction 1 by 2, how do we convert it into percentage? So we multiply it by 50, like 1 by 2 into 50, or not 50, 100. We multiply a number by 100 to get its percentage equivalent value. So this will become 50%. Okay, if we have 1 by 4, so 1 by 4 in percentages will be 25%, like this. Okay, like if you have 1 by 10, how do we convert it into percentages? 1 by 10 into 100%, which is equal to 10%. So if you have any fraction like a by b, if you want to convert it into percentages, you need to multiply it by 100. So this is nothing but 100 a by b percentage. Now this one is very important, because sometimes you will get some percentage value, conversion of which is not known to you. Okay, and then you will be confused. Using calculator, you might get some approximate value, not the exact value. So we need to learn some fraction to percentage conversion. So whenever you see those value in the question, you can apply them as well. Like if you see 16.66% in the question, so what they want you to use is 1 by 6, not this. If you are saying 14.28%, so you need to use 1 by 7, not 14.28%. If you are using 14.28%, even using calculator, you won't get the exact answer. Okay, you will get the closest answer, like very close answer, but then you won't be confident. Like if you are getting answer 17.9972 and one of the option is 18, so most of you will mark 18, right? But you won't be confident about it, that am I getting correct? I must be doing something wrong. Why is it 18 in the option, and why am I getting 17.9972? Right? So that's why you need to know some fraction to percentage conversion, and I have written it down for you guys. So take some time, check all of these. Okay, if you want to note it down, if you want to take a screenshot, take the screenshot. So I will wait 4-5 minutes for this. Till then, if you have any kind of doubt, let me know. I will try to address all of your doubts. Anurag, this is what I was saying, that if percentage has been given, so you should be checking if that percentage is one of these fraction. Okay, if that percentage is one of these fraction, then use it, or multiple of these, then use it. Otherwise, you will have to use calculator. Gaurav, no. If one of the question condition given in one of the question cannot be used in other question unless it's mentioned in the question that using the information given in the question number 9, solve the question number 10. Shubhi, you should not rely on any particular book for LRDI. Okay, you should be solving questions from iQuanta dashboard and gift materials total, and apart from that, daily LRDI sets and sets done in application classes. Those books are so outdated, and they have like you know that in past 5-6 years LRDI, one section that has been changed completely with respect to level and the content, that section is LRDI. In quant section, questions has been easy in last 5-6 years as per previous years, but in LRDI section, question sets what has been giving these days. Okay, those questions are like little difficult than previous years. So if you are solving questions from any kind of book, definitely those books are not written overnight or last 1 year or 2 years. So you should be avoiding books. Okay, and should rely on fresh content, new content. Okay, Kirti, on daily basis, apart from classes, you should be solving 3-4 sets if you are starting late. Okay, if you have started early, then you should be solving 2 sets at least per day apart from classes. Okay, Khushi, if you follow all the classes and all the practice sessions done, okay, and solving the questions from dashboard, then yes, those should be enough. You can write, you should be able to write the mocks, and you should be able to get good scores. Pratham, yes, if you are starting with this batch only, as I said, so try to attend all the classes, all the application and live classes, and apart from that, try to find like at least 3 hours, 4 hours every day to practice questions from dashboard and gift materials. Okay, and in between you can write some sectionals or mocks to review your scores, and you're checking your efficiency to apply your strategy what has been taught in the class. And do not expect much from yourself from in the beginning of mocks or sectional test, because you are not done with your syllabus, and some kinds chapters are interconnected with each other. Okay, so yes, we have enough time. Your syllabus will be done, even in this time your syllabus will be done thrice: once in live class, once in application classes, and once in crash course. Crash course is totally revision part. So what you need to do is attend every live class, attend every application class. So application class and live class are kind of synchronized. Okay, 1 or 2 class ahead or behind. So in those situations, what happens that you read everything twice and you practice question everything twice. Okay, so you keep getting better in each subject, each topic. Okay, and you will have enough questions to practice on dashboard. So focus on that. Sadhana, you will find the gift materials on iQuanta dashboard. Okay. Application classes will start next week, I guess. We are already, group has been created, right? You guys are getting added there. So group has been created. and on Monday we are going to start application classes. In any Facebook group, if you see any live streaming, go to the event section, you will find that in recorded format. Okay, yes, it's still possible to get 99 plus percentile. Yes, it's up to you, how much you are preparing, okay, how much you are practicing, what's your way to practice, or if you are writing mocks, then do you review those mocks or not, or you are just writing mocks just for the fun. Okay. Okay, now about percentages, as I said, we will use these fractions, but first let's try to learn about one more thing about percentages, which is x percent of y is equal to y percent of x. What is x percent of y? X percent of y is nothing but x by 100, xy by 100, and y percent of x is nothing but, once again, y by 100 into x, which is xy by 100. So that confirms that x percent of y is nothing but y percent of x. So as per this table, okay, all the information, you can take your time, you can check it from these, okay, if required, okay, try to recall these values and try to solve this question as soon as possible. Kapil, application classes are something which are like done on 10 to 12 p.m. Okay, these are interactive classes. There won't be any kind of live video in application classes. You will be given concept video to watch. Okay, after that concept video, you need to solve questions that has been given, and for each question you will be given sufficient time to solve. You need to comment your answers, and then after that time you will be provided with the solution, a proper neat and clean solution, text solution and video solution, and you can ask your doubts in the comments in that solution post. Okay, and these application classes are like this. Now in application class, like LRDA application classes are best. Okay, Kriti, yes, calculator is provided. Kriti, you are from batch 2, you are like having classes from so much time, still you are unknown to do these things. Let the new student ask something. You are from batch 2, right, or batch 3? Satvik, in crash course you will be having new application classes for each topic, like for quant, LRDI and VRC, you will be having new application classes that has not been done in full course, like fresh question. Apart from that, you will be having live classes. In that we are also going to solve each type of question. Now as you will be done with whole syllabus, we will be solving a lot better questions in crash course. So crash course is kind of revision. Where to ask doubt? Mohit, basically you will be added in a Facebook group, and whatever question you have doubt, you can take the screenshot or you can post it, and your doubts will be cleared in case of text form, or if required video solution will be provided as soon as possible. Okay, in quant question, solutions are provided like at max 10 to 15 minutes. In LRDI question, as LRDI sets takes time, so it might take like 15 to 20 minutes for LRDI doubts. Kumari, yes, arithmetic is definitely helpful in data interpretation sets. Vani, yes, you can definitely clear GMAT with CAT preparation. Syllabus are almost same in VRC and quant. There is a different portion which was a part of CAT before, like data sufficiency problem in quant. So you need to focus on data sufficiency problem apart from all the CAT syllabus to get a good score in GMAT. So if you are preparing for CAT and you are writing GMAT exam with a lot of practice of data sufficiency question, you won't be having any problem getting like 700 plus with ease. And if you are doing some really good work behind it, like solving question from official guide and all that, 750 760 is not far away. चलो इसे सॉल्व करें. So देखो, x% of y is y% of x. Now 60% of 12.5 might be a little difficult to solve, a little calculative. Yes, you can solve it by giving some time, but can I write it 12.5% of 64? Now what is 12.5? If you go back, you will see that 1 by 8 is 12.5%. So you can use it as 1 by 8 into 64, which is nothing but 8 straight away. Now 55% of 909. Now either you can direct multiply it and find it using calculation. Okay. So, or I can write it 909% of 55. Now 909%, if you go back and you check, 1 by 11 is 9.09%. So can I write this? What I can write 909%? What I can write instead of percentage? What I can write it in fraction? Remember, 1 by 11 is nothing but 9.09%. What should I write here? 1 by 11 is 9.09%. So what should I write here for 909%? Can you tell me? For 909%, what should I write here? No, Harshit, it's not 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is for 9.09%. Yes, it's 100 times. 909 is 100 times of 9.09. 9.09 into 100 is 909, right? So I can write it 100 by 11. 100 by 11 into 55, which makes it 500. Okay. Now third question. Now this could be a little bit tricky. Why? Because you are not aware of it much. You haven't done that much practice. But if you check, what is 14.28%? It's nothing but 1 by 7. So 1 by 7 is 14.28%. What will be 2 by 7? It will be 28.56%. So sometimes a little multiples of these might be used, not after this. Okay, ये सब नहीं, इससे पहले वाले थोड़े से मल्टीपल्स भी यूज होते हैं कहीं कहीं, लाइक 2 by 3, 2 by 7, 3 by 7 और 3 by 8, 5 by 8, ये सब भी थोड़े बहुत यूज होंगे कहीं कहीं. So you don't need to remember those. You can find those values while solving question. But by practice you will check it. 1 by 13. What 1 by 13? Acha, okay, 7.7% is also 1 by 13. Correct. 7.7% is 1 by 13. ठीक है. So if you take 1 by 13, you can also get the value. So 2 and then 2 5. So 1. Then comes 1 to 6. कितना आ रहा है 1 by 13 यूज करने से? क्वेश्चन 2 का आंसर 500, not 5. So if you use 1 by 13, okay, you are not getting any clear integral value, right? Yes, but you can use 1 by 13, or apart from that you can also use it to 856% of 7.7%. Okay, 7.7, like this, है ना? And this can be written as 200 by 7 into 7.7, which is 1.1, so that makes it 220. $200 by 7 होगा, correct. So while making this question, ये मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आया कि 7.7% 1 by 13 होता है, but my motive was to make you understand this concept, so that's why I had taken it here. So try to understand it in this way. You can also do it like 1 by 13 of 2856, and you will see that your value is very much close to 220, right? Very much close to 220. 2 times and then 260. Okay. So as I said, you can also use this one. आकाश, इसी के लिए तो मैंने वो टेबल बताया था ना, इसी के लिए वो टेबल बताया था, हाउ टू नो। यहाँ पे ये टेबल किस लिए दिया था बताओ? देख के भूल जाने के लिए, हाउ टू कैलकुलेट। यहाँ लिखा हुआ है ना 1/11 इज 9.09%। गाइस 2/7 is 28.5%. So 200/7 is equal to 2856%. Just multiply this by 100. Okay. Okay. Now in case of fourth question, once again 11.11. What is 1/9? 1/9 is 11.11%. 4/9 will be 44.44%. What's given here? 440. So 40/9 will be 444.4%. So just reverse this. 444.4% of 81, which is equal to 40/9 into 81, and this will be 360. And then comes this value once again. 588 is nothing but 1/17 is equal to 5.88%. So 100/17 will be equal to 588%. So this will be 588% of 68, which is 100/17 into 68. This will be equal to 400. So you can understand the motive behind this question is to make you understand. Okay, forget about the confusion in question number 3. Forget about this question. Just try to understand the motive behind this, that if you see x% of y is kind of a little bit calculative, so try to think y% of x and see that if that one is easier to solve. Okay. Kundan, yes, while solving percentages question or data interpretation question, you will see these type of conditions so many times. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about a little bit more about percentages. Okay. It says comparison between values, how to find x is what percent more than y, or y is what percent less than x, kind of things. So let's say if it is given that x is what percent more than y, so how do we calculate? This question will be asked only when x is greater than y, right? So it will be x minus y upon y into 100. So it's, as you can see, it will be given, x will be given more than y, then only this question will be asked. Otherwise nobody will ask you that 20 is what percent more than 25. It's not possible, because 20 is lesser than 25. So that's why x will be greater than y. So example has been given that 22 is what percent more than 18. How do we calculate it? 22 minus 18 upon 18. So in denominator, in base, you always take then 18. So we are comparing 22 with respect to 18. So in denominator we will take 18. Now apart from that, x is what percent less than y. So in these type of cases, x will be lesser than y. So it will be y minus x upon y. Now you can see then y. So we are comparing x with respect to y. So in denominator we will take y, not x. Example, 18 is what percent less than 22. How do we calculate it? 22 minus 18 upon 22 into 100%, which is 18.18%. All right. So now can you find out whenever asked if one value is what percent more than other value or one value is what percent less than other value, can you find out from now on the required percentage? So just remember what you need to take in the denominator. Most of the time student confused with this thing, what we should take in the denominator. Should we take 22 or should we take 18? Is that clear part? Is that part clear, that what you should take in denominator? Like whatever value you are comparing with, you should take that value in the denominator. Okay. Now let's come to one very important concept of percentages, which is successive percentages. Now what does it say? So basically on one value, let's say on one value, if you are applying more than 1 percentages, okay, more than 1 percentages, then you can use successive there. Like what does it say? It says when a quantity is increased, decreased by 2 or more percentage values one by one, the overall change is known as successive percentage change to that quantity. Like you guys must have seen the discount concept or some percentages added to that, like while you are going to buy something, you will see that there is a flat 20% discount while you are buying something on Amazon, right? Let's say you are buying a phone, okay, phone is worth 15,000, you are getting 20% discount, so it's available to you on 12,000, but on top of that you are getting 5% discount if you are using HDFC credit card, right? You are getting 10% discount if you are using ICICI Bank XYZ credit card, or you are getting 15% discount if you are going to the shop nearby and buying it yourself. So those type of things, like 1% after another, right? So those are successive percentages. So this is what happening here. For example, if 100 has been increased by 10%, so new value is what we are getting is 110. Now 110 is being increased by 20%. What is 20% of 110? So 10% of 110 is 11, 20% is 22. So if you add 20%, it will become 132. So you can see that 10% and 20% increase looks like that total change is 30%, but it's not 30%. It's actually 32%. Overall change from 10 to 32. 132 is what percent more than 100? We have done this, right? Just before this slide, we did this. 132 is what percent more than 100? So it will be 32%. So you can see overall change is not 30% but 32%. This is what we call successive percentage change. Now you can use this concept. Remember, this concept is strictly for only 2 percentage change. This is for only 2 percentage change. Only 2 percentage changes applicable, not 3, not 4. For 3 and 4 we will have to use different method, but using successive only. But this is for 2 successive change, P1%, P2%, overall change will be this. Now remember, if there is an increase you can use plus, if there is a decrease you should use minus. Okay. Yes, dishonest seller type questions, correct. Bhavesh, yes, we are going to solve those type of questions. First, let me know that if this part is clear to everyone. Teasel, 100 to 132. 132 is what percent more than 100? If you calculate this, you are getting 32%. Initial value was 100, final value is 132. So total change is 32%. Okay. Or you can use formula. Abhishek, it's given here how 32 came. You are adding 20% on 110. What is 20%? 20% is nothing but 20% of 110 is equal to 22. Add 110 plus 22, you are getting 132. Okay. हर्ष, अरे एक नहीं 4 एग्जाम्पल करेंगे, वेट तो करो, हमें पता है क्या कराना है नहीं कराना है, थोड़ा सा धैर्य रखो, ठीक है। अब 4th डायमेंशन में तो हम नहीं जी रहे कि एक साथ सारी चीज़ें कराएं, थोड़ा वेट करो, सब कुछ होगा, डोंट वरी, आई हैव गॉट एवरीथिंग कवर्ड, ओके। दैट्स वाई यू नीड एक्सपीरियंस, बिकॉज यू नो एवरीथिंग रिगार्डिंग what is needed, okay, what is required to get good in any type of concept. Have some faith. Okay, now check these examples. Check these examples. If you have any doubt, then ask. प्रथम, यहां पे देखो ये दिख रहा है, these type of things irritates me, to be honest. I have mentioned this strictly that this formula is applicable for only 2 percentages, and you are asking if this is, अगर नहीं लिखा होता, मैं बोल के निकल गया होता तो बात अलग होती है ना, but it's written here, anyone can read this again and again and again, then you are asking the same question. That means you are not focusing on the screen. Stop playing PUBG or watching Netflix. Focus here. तुषार देखो, मैं एक और एग्जांपल देता हूं, जैसे कि कोई वैल्यू है, जैसे कि कोई वैल्यू है 100, ओके, और 100 में हमने चेंज कर रहे हैं, हम कुछ वैल्यू चेंज कर रहे हैं, लेट्स से वी आर मेकिंग इट 25% more, okay, we are adding 25% more, so this will become 125 now, okay, and then what we are doing, we are subtracting, let's say what 40% to it. What is 40% of 125? It's 50, so this will become, this value will become 75. So you can see, first we changed 25%, plus then we decrease this value by 40%, so the result is 75%. What's the overall change from 100 to 75? Overall change is 25%, right? Overall change is minus 25%, and you can find this minus 25% using this concept also, like 25 minus 40 minus 1 is negative, that's why I am taking 1 negative upon 100, so this will become minus 15, and this is minus 10, so overall you are getting minus 25%. This is what we call successive percentage change, okay. So this is a loss of, or a overall decrease of 25%. I hope this is clear now. Is this clear now? मेधा 85 क्यों आएगा? What is 40% of 125? 40%, calculate what is 40% of 125. All good now? Okay. Now see a few more examples. As you can see, percentage change is 10%, then 20%, so successive will be 32%. Now if both of the percentage change are negative, like one of them is minus 20%, one of them are minus 30%, means for once you are decreasing a value by 20%, then again you are decreasing that value, the resultant value, by 30%. So overall change will be minus 20 minus 30 plus, so minus minus will become plus, overall change will be 44% decrease. Negative means decrease. And in third case, you can see there are three kind of changes. So if there are three kind of changes, what we need to do is you need to take two of the changes first. So if I take 25% and 20%, overall change is 50%. Now apply this 50% with this 10%. So successive of 50 and 10 will become 65%. You can also take 10% and 20% all together and then go to 25%. Okay, if you take 10 and 20 together, what we are getting? 20 plus 10 plus 20 into 10 upon 100 is 32%. And now you can apply this 25 and 32 all together. 32 plus 25 plus 32 into 25 upon 100, 4 times, 8 times. So once again, this is nothing but 65%. So you can see we are getting the same result. Result here is 65%, result here is 65%. If you take 25 and 10 first and then 20, still you will get the same result. So in case of successive changes, if there are more than two changes, what you need to do? You need to solve two at a time first. Solve the first two, use the third again. Okay, if there are four successive changes, what will be your answer? What should you do? Take the two successive changes, then other two successive changes, get new results, use those two successive changes again. ठीक है? सेकेंड में -10 मिसप्रिंट हो गया. कहाँ पे मिसप्रिंट हो गया? अच्छा यहाँ पे. ओके ओके. ठीक है. अब ठीक है. आंसर इज करेक्ट आई गेस. -60 + 6. यस, -50 + 6. Guys, second is not 47. This was mistyped. Okay, instead of 20 it was 10. Okay, P3 P2 नहीं बना है ऋषभ. कहाँ P3 P2 बन गया? कैसे बन जाएगा P3 P2? सक्सेसिव लेने की बात हो रही है. इन दो को एक साथ सक्सेसिव लिया एंड देन यूज द थर्ड वन विद दिस. P2 P3 क्यों बन जाएगा? दोनों अलग अलग वैल्यूज हैं. क्या बोल रहे हो? 10 20 कैसे बन जाएगा? बताओ. Okay, so how does this work? Successive changes. If there are more than 3 changes, okay, so what you need to do is take any of the two changes, find the equivalent change of that and then use the third one. What did I do here? I took 25 and 20 at first, 25 and 20. I found the result. Then I used this result with this third one. Okay, then I used the successive change of 50 and 10. I got 65. Okay, so if there are four changes, what we need to do here? क्या करोगे? 4 चेंज होंगे. Let's say we have P1, then P2, then P3 and then P4. We have 4 different kind of changes. Can you tell me what you will do? Usually 4 successive changes are very rare, but if you get this situation, what you will do? Make two pairs. Yes, what you will do? Make 2 pairs of successive. Find the successive equivalent of this. Let's say successive equivalent of this is P4, P5, not P4. And then successive equivalent of this, this is P5 and this is P6. So now you have 2 results. Now again use these 2 results to find out the final result. Use these 2 results to find out the final result, which is P7. Okay, but this is rare. Like not like the probability is very less that you will get 4 successive changes in a single question. Okay, make pairs, correct. ओके, सो थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस कर लें इस पे, थोड़ा सॉल्व करके देख लें कुछ क्वेश्चंस, क्या कहते हो कि कितना सीखा है हमने, प्लस माइनस में कंफ्यूज तो नहीं कर रहे हम, है ना? कैसा रहेगा? कितने क्वेश्चन, एक क्वेश्चन, दो क्वेश्चन, तीन क्वेश्चन, कितने क्वेश्चन? टेन क्वेश्चंस, पूरी क्लास यही करते रहे अखिल, और भी कुछ सीखना है ना? No, 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 Bashar, it's not necessarily, it's absolutely not necessary to take only adjacent pairs. No, you can take any 2 out of 4 given or any 2 out of 3 given. Okay, 4 5 questions. Okay, 5 questions, bingo. Let's try these 5 questions, guys. And remember, send all the answers together. Do not send one question at a time. Answer, okay? Solve, take your time. I'll give you enough time, okay? I'll give you at least 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then I will solve this. So take your time, solve each question, and then send all your answers, okay? All right, let's discuss it now. Question number 1. What should be the answer? Question number 1. 20 plus 25 plus 20 into 25 upon 100. This is equal to 5 times this is 5. This is 50%. Question number 2. 30 minus 10. Now, one is positive, one is negative. Overall, I will take negative here. 30 by 10. So, 30 minus 13. This is 17%. Third question. R1 minus 25 minus 20. Now, minus into minus will become plus. 25 into 20 upon 100. This is nothing but 5 minus 45 plus 5 minus 40%. So this is third. What about the fourth one? 30, 20. So let's take first 30 and 20. 30 plus 20, 30 into 20 upon 100. So 56%. Now let's take 50 and 10. So 56 plus 10 plus 56 into 10 upon 100. This will be 66 plus 5.6. So 71.6%. Right? Question number 5. Let's take these two first. So 20 minus 25 minus 20 into 25 upon 100. So 5 times or 4 times, and then this is 5 times. Okay, so this will become 20 minus 30. So 20 minus 30 is minus 10%, right? And then we will, let's take these two. So 16 plus 25 plus 16 into 25 upon 100. So this is 4 times. This is again 4 times. So this is 45%. Now let's take these two together. So this will be minus 10 plus 45 minus 10 into 45 upon 100. So this will be equal to 45. 45, this is 10, this is minus 4.5 minus 14.5. This will be 30.5%. So these are the answers, guys. 50%, 17%, minus 40%, 71.6%, and 30.5%. Now tell me, how many of these answers you got correct? All correct? Okay, so most of you are getting all correct. That means I must have done something good, right? So very nice. I am very happy to see all of you guys are getting all correct. Okay. Krishika, new batch. As I said, this is first introduction class in new batch, and yes, in percentages topic we are going to learn these things again. Akhil, no, doesn't matter in what order you are taking these, you will get the same answers always. Okay, now let's learn a little bit about multiplication factor. Now what is a multiplication factor? So we use this multiplication factor when we try to increase or decrease a value by some percentages. Okay, either you try to increase a value by some percentage or either you try to decrease a value by some percentage. So let's see, it says if you want to increase a value by x percent, okay, if you want to increase a value by x percent, what will happen? X plus 10% of x will become x into 1 plus 10%, right? Take the x common. This will become 1 plus 10 by 100. Okay, and this will be x into 1 plus, what is 10 by 100? 0.1. That means 1.1x. So this 1.1 can be achieved. Now if you remember, if you know that increasing 10% is nothing but multiplying that value by 1.1, okay? So next time you won't do this again and again, right? You won't do this thing again and again. What you will do is you will multiply a value by 1.1, okay? So guys, check your calculation, okay, and then say something here. Fifth question answer is 30.5% of all the students are getting, and क्या प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पे? 10, 45 minus 10, 35 minus 4.5, 30.5. What are you doing here? Such a clean calculation, still you are commenting this and wasting time of the class. Akhil, I saw your queries also. Do not try to spam the comment section again and again. If I said method is correct, then try it after the class, okay? We are not going to waste all the time on a single question. If I said it, it's correct. Check the calculation yourself. You must be doing something wrong. I showed it here also. Check it. In the last example, I showed this thing, right? यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया था कि कैसे इस तीन को अलग भी लेके करें. Guys, did I do that or not? In this one, apart from this example, I also showed you guys that if you take these two value and then this one, still you will get 65%. Did I do that or not? And still you are saying and trying to spam the comment section, Akhil. Not a good boy. अभी क्लास में होते हैं, ऑफलाइन में तो क्लास से निकाल दिया होता है इस हरकत के लिए. बात सुनने नहीं सुनने वाले स्टूडेंट एकदम नहीं पसंद मुझे. इट्स नॉट लाइक आई एम डूइंग समथिंग कि 2 मिनट में खत्म करके कॉन्सेप्ट निकल गया. इतनी अच्छे से चीजें समझाई जा रही है. यू आर वेस्टिंग द टाइम ऑफ क्लास. कौन है ये लोग, कहां से आते हैं? सच रिजिड गाय. एक बार चेक नहीं कर रहा बंदा बोलने पे कि मैं कह रहा हूं कि सेम आंसर आएगा. बंदा चेक नहीं कर रहा. उसके पास 10 बार कमेंट करने का टाइम है पर वो चेक नहीं कर रहा. एक बार मैं चेक कर रहा हूं, सर बोल रहे थे एक बार मैं चेक कर लूं. नो, ओह मौसम खराब है, गर्मी नहीं लग रही थी, एसी बंद कर रखा था मैंने कि सर्दी ना हो जाए. अब एसी चलाना पड़ रहा है. बताओ क्या करवा के रखोगे तुम लोग. So basically, what is multiplication factor? It's nothing but instead of 3-4 steps, you can skip these steps and multiply this by 1.1. है ना? So basically, let's say one more example. Okay, one more example. Let's say decrease y by 25%. Okay, decrease y by 25%. What should be the steps? It should be y minus 25% of y, है ना? This will be y minus, what is 25? It's nothing but 1 by 4, so it will be y by 4. Now take 4 LCM. This will be 4y minus y, 3y by 4, है ना? Or you can write it 0.75y. Now this method is good, very good. इतना गुड कि टाइम ही खत्म हो जाएगा सब करने में, यही सब करने में, है ना? ठीक है. सो क्यों ना हम ऐसा जाने कि ये सारे स्टेप्स हम स्किप कर सकें. नाउ डिक्रीज मीन्स, व्हाट इज डिक्रीज मीन्स? माइनस 25%. व्हाट इज 25%? 25 by 100. दिस इज 0.25 minus 0.25. So what will be the multiplication factor for this and how will you achieve it? How will you achieve? What will be the multiplication factor? So multiplication factor for this is 0.75. How do we achieve this? Yes, you can use this fraction form or decimal form, decimal point form, doesn't matter. How do we achieve the multiplication factor for this? So whenever there is a decrease, what you will do, that 1 minus this, so 0.75, you can check that this is है ना multiplication factor. If there is an increase, add 1. If there is a decrease, subtract it to 1. So this is how you are getting the multiplication factor for any kind of percentage change, है ना. देखो आप कोई अखिल के कमेंट में पूछ रहे हैं कि अब क्या हुआ. अरे भाई ऐसा नहीं करना है, हो गया, उसे पता चल गया है, आप उसे परेशान मत करो. वो बंदा भी सीखने की ही कोशिश कर रहा था, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा परेशान हो रहा था, लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, वो भी क्लास में ही है, उसे नहीं समझ में आया तभी वो कर रहा है. कुछ कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक की होगी, आई गेस कि अब तक पता चल गया होगा. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली व्हाट वी कैन डू, you can see that how we are finding the multiplication factor in each case. This is just example, okay. You don't need to remember this, okay. You don't need to remember all this. This is just to check, okay, कि आप सही समझे हो कि नहीं, what is multiplication factor. Now instead of this decimal form, you can also use the fraction form. You can also use the fraction form. Just check it, just go through this, okay. Just go through this and check if the multiplication factor written here for all the cases is understandable to you or not. Check this. Now that is really good. Loved it, Akhil. ठीक है, कुछ लोग बुरा मान जाते हैं, बट अखिल इज रियली नाइस, गुड. अब देखो, तुम्हें फ्रैक्शन चाहिए, ठीक है. व्हाट इज 5%? फ्रैक्शन वाले फॉर्म में चाहिए, वो भी आसान है. 1 + 5%, विच इज इक्वल टू 1 + 5/100. So it will be 1/20. So this will be 21/20, which is nothing but 1.05, है ना. This will be 11/10, which is nothing but 1.1. This will be 23/20, okay, which is in decimal form 1.15. This will be 12/10 or 6/5. So if you know this form, you can find out this form. If you know this form, you can find out this form. Doesn't matter. So these are the multiplication factor for percentage increase. These are the multiplication factor for percentage decrease. Now, these decrease or increase could be anything. These are just examples, okay. So make you understand. 100% will be 2, Akash. Yes, very good. For 100% increase, we will use multiplication factor as 2. For 200% increase, we will use multiplication factor as 3, okay. चलो, now देखो बेसिकली क्या है. ऑलरेडी ऑल ऑफ यू हैव enrolled, congratulations. You might have taken the best decision of your life if you are preparing for CAT, and all of you who are still thinking about cracking CAT this year but not enrolled anywhere or not enrolled in iQuanta, one thing I will tell you guys, not because I am a part of iQuanta, because I really care about result of you guys for all the students. And it's very important that you get the correct directions, okay. Guys, you don't need to go anywhere else, okay. There is a very interesting questions left set, or we are going to discuss some marquee questions. So one thing that I will tell you guys, we are improving like the ratio, the improvement, the number of students that are being increased every year in iQuanta is massive. And it's not because like some false strategy or something, some marketing gimmick or anything else. It's because we are so good. Like this is kind of exponential. One student is learning here, he is succeeding or not, he is getting the words out to all of his family and friends. That's why it's we are so good. So we are covering your syllabus thrice. You have 24/7 doubt solving. So if you are thinking of cracking CAT this year or the next year, we have the you have the best chance with us. Enrolled here. If you are not aware of this, let me tell you everything about it. Quant will be taught by all of us. Application classes will be taken by Indrajit sir, 10 to 12 p.m. Okay, which is very fun. Sometime classes can go till 1 p.m. also, or maybe more than that. And then some part will be taken by me, some part will be taken by Abhishek sir. Then comes LRDI. LRDI mostly will be taken by me. Application class LRDI will be taken by me, and live class will be taken by me. Unless I am absent, LRDI class will be taken by Abhishek sir. Then comes VRC. VRC, I am not a VRC teacher, okay. So this will be taken by application class. VRC will be taken by Jeet sir, and live live VRC class will be taken by Abhishek sir. Now then comes as you know your syllabus, as I said, as I mentioned earlier also, your syllabus will be converted thrice, one in live class, one in application class, and then comes revision, which is in crash course. Your syllabus will be over by October first week, and then in crash course it will be done again. And if you enroll for IMABC batch, you will be given 7,500 extra questions, like almost 500 sets in LRDI, and then some 2,000-3,000 question in quant, and then comes VRC. Okay, rest of the questions in VRC. Rajesh, yes, Ashish Mehta sir are also with us. I forgot to add them, sorry about that. But yes, in between Ashish sir will also take class, and he is really good with, like, arithmetic. He loves it, and student also loves when Ashish sir take arithmetic classes. Each topic will be covered, Asmit, each topic will be covered in both the classes, live classes and application classes. It's not like कि अरे ये चीज़ application class में होगी, चलो skip करते हैं, live में कुछ और पढ़ते हैं. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. Application classes and live classes are not interlinked. Okay, anything which is done in application classes will be done in live class also. Anything which is done in live class will be done in application class also. Okay. If you have identified a weak area, how should I improve it? You should watch that, watch the live class on that particular topic again. Try to solve at least 40-50 questions on that weak area, and then try to write the sectional to analyze if you have done this correctly or not. Ankit, all the concept videos given in the on the dashboard are actually the questions, the videos done in application classes. Okay, so even if you don't watch those videos, if you are attending all the application classes, you will see all those videos. Okay. Okay, now so basically if you don't have time 10 to 12, then you can watch those videos. Apart from this, one very important thing is 24 doubt solving. So before this, okay, wherever I was, okay, before iQuanta, wherever I was, so everywhere I saw that for a doubt session you need to wait for at least 1 week, and on peak time like in August, July onwards, July, August, September, you don't get a doubt session with your faculty even in like 10 days. For 1 hour doubt session you have to wait like forever. Okay, and if you are getting a slot, then you have limited time like 1 hour time and at max 2 hour time with the faculty. In that time you will have to ask all the questions. But here you have 24/7 doubt solving facility. Anytime you have a question, just take the screenshot or the take the cutting of that question, post it in the group, and your answer will be resolved. Okay. Astha, today was the today was the start of data interpretation class. We haven't started solving sets now, okay? But this was important. This is done in every batch also. This is not a like this is in public just for few students who wants to enroll, okay? So this is if it's helpful for them, they can enroll. Otherwise, this is for batch 3 class, okay? All right. Now, what someone was writing about practice sets. Practice sets, you will get everything on dashboard, guys. Don't worry about practice sets. Rishabh, doubt session. As I said, you don't need a doubt session with faculty. Okay, your doubts will be resolved as soon as possible. If you have a doubt, post it. Your doubts will be resolved. And apart from that, in live session, you can ask as many doubts as you can. You can see that I almost check every comment and try to answer, right, in live classes. So this is like every class, not a single class where I leave a single doubt of any student, okay? How many such FB classes like live classes in kind of quant will be more than 35? Live classes in LRDI will be almost 20, maybe, yeah, 20. Okay. In VRC, I don't know about that, but yes, in VRC also it's more than 20. Total, then workshop, then crash course, it becomes 100 plus live classes. Krishika, live classes will be happening on Facebook platform only. This is very convenient. You get all the live classes in recorded session later. So if you miss any class, you don't need to watch any recorded session just for the students who can watch. You get to watch the live session that has been done in your batch, okay? So it doesn't feel like a recorded session. Even if you miss a class, you can watch it tomorrow or day after that or after 1 month, okay? So that's why this is very convenient. This platform is very convenient. Bashar, 3 to 4 LRDI sets should be enough every day, okay, apart from classes. If you have application classes on LRDI, you don't need to solve any sets on that day, because in application class only you will solve 5 sets. Apart from that, on daily basis you can solve 3-4 LRDI sets. And we will keep discussing about the strategy that you can follow to maximize your score in LRDI section, okay? मोहित, कल तो कोई क्लास नहीं है, नॉट दैट आई नो, हो सकता है कुछ और हो. Shivam, 2024 students will learn with 2023 last batch. Yes, but your fresh batch will be started December onwards, I guess. Yes, for now, if you want to be engaged, so yes, you will be added in last batch. रजनीश, आज 10 बजे बैच 3 की क्लास तो नहीं है, बैच 2 में है, ओके ओके. So guys, let's solve this question. Let's try this question. It's a little bit based on ratio, okay? Let me know if this is visible. When will we get? So Subha, if you have enrolled, then you can check your dashboard. On dashboard, you will see that there is a section of LRDI. You will see all the sets there. Lots of sets. Kumari Pushpa, yes, it's definitely possible to crack DI, LRDI in 4 months. Just be with us, try to follow all the classes, okay, and solve the sets. Okay, let me decrease the brightness a little bit. Is this visible now? Pratham, for every section, every top subject, there will be a dedicated group, secret group Correct. Right. What's the answer? Answer is cannot be determined, right? It says the ratio of export and import of the company. Okay, ratio of export and import of the company in different years. Okay, so in 2012, the ratio export upon import. Okay, export upon import. What is 0.6? It's nothing but 3 by 5. What is 1.25? It's nothing but 5 by 4. What is 1? So it's nothing but 1 by 1. 1.75 is nothing but 7 by 4, and this is 9 by 4. Now these are just the ratio, not the actual value. These are, what are these? These are just ratio, not the actual value. So if we try to find export, let's say export about 2012, export and import for 2012. So if this is 3:5, we will have to write it as 3A and 5A. It's not 3:5. What is it? Could be 6 by 10 also. It could be 9 by 15 also. It could be 12 by 20 also. Then in 2013, what will be the export? Let's say if this is 5B, this will be 4B. Then in 2014, if this is C, then this is also C. In 2015, this is 7D, then this is 4D. 2016, if this is 9E, this will be 4E. Are you getting this? Why am I writing this? Because these are just the ratio, okay, not the actual values. So if we are talking about actual values, let's say export is 3A, import is 5A. Now it says which year export is maximum. So that means we need to find that which of these are maximum. Which of these are maximum? Do we know anything about A? No. Do we know anything about B? No. We don't know the value of A, B, C, D, E or any relation between them. So we don't know which of these value is greatest, which of these value is maximum. So answer is what? Cannot be determined. All of you who got this, very good. It's not an easy question. Many students do mistake at first sight, but yes, if you are getting correct, you are doing good. Okay guys, is this clear to everyone? Why answer is cannot be determined? So Akash, no, you don't need to remember. You can just do it like this. 1.25, remove the decimal. 100, 5 by 4. Why would you remember? How many of these decimal to fraction will you remember? Okay. 1.75, 9 by 7 by 4. Just cancel out. Okay. So, Vani, which part do you have problem? Tell me. for every year ratio of export upon import is given, okay, but it doesn't say that all of these values have same multiplication factor or something like that. It could be, it's possible that revenue of this company in 2012 by 30 million and 50 million was export, while in 2013 it was 500 million export and 400 million import. Or if it is Yes Bank, so if it is Yes Bank, so previously it was in millions, now it's in rupees, like 1 rupee and 1 rupee. 1 rupee was export, 1 rupee was import. So all the values could be different, they have no relation, they don't have any relation. What do we know? That on a particular year the ratio of export upon import is 3:5. So we have taken all the cases, all the ratio. You can see ratio is 3:5, still 5/4, 1:1, 7:4, right? Okay, so that's why now these, if I ask you a random question like A or B, which one is greater, okay, A or B, which one is greater, cannot be determined, right? Okay, cannot be determined. So these are variables, so we don't know anything about that. Udit, yes, try to cover all the classes, okay? Try to cover all the classes and keep practicing. See, I won't tell you that you will do good, don't do anything, just do this, just do that. घर के बगल में पीपल का पेड़ है, हाँ सुबह रोज पानी देते रहो. घर के बगल में बरगद का पेड़ है, हाँ मंगलवार को पानी वहाँ दो. ऐसा वैसा मैं कुछ भी नहीं कहूँगा, ठीक है? मैं एकदम डायरेक्ट बात करता हूँ, कुछ मजाक नहीं, कुछ भी संतावना देने वाली बातें तो मैं करता ही नहीं हूँ, ठीक है? सीधी बात, नो बकवास. करना है तो पढ़ना है, ठीक है? क्लास में फोकस करना है, प्रैक्टिस करनी है, कुछ नहीं और, ओके? 4 साढ़े 4 महीने बचे हैं, पूरी पूरी रगड़ के पढ़ाई करनी है. अगर रगड़ के पढ़ाई करनी है तभी ज्वाइन करो, वरना पैसे वेस्ट मत करो. उससे अच्छा है कि 20-22 हज़ार में PS4 ले लो, तुम भी खेलोगे, तुम्हारे सिबलिंग्स भी खेलेंगे मज़े से, ठीक है? वो कम से कम बोलेंगे कि झनकू भैया ला के दे दिए मुझे, PS4 लेके आए थे तो वो खेल रहे थे, अब मैं खेल रहा हूँ, है ना? सो अगर आप नहीं सीरियस हो इस चीज़ के लिए, अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं टाइम दे पाओगे, डू नॉट डू इट, save some money, okay? So basically just yes, yeah, keep, you can still keep watering the trees, okay? So guys, if you are ready to crack it, we are totally prepared to get you there, okay? Chalo, so I will continue it from here in the next class, and in the next class we are going to solve LRDI sets. Very seriously, we are going to start with tables, LRDI sets based on tables, then line graph, bar graph, pie chart, then comes logical reasoning portion and all that. So, and your quant will be started simultaneously, application classes. So I guess this is one of the last day, which is kind of rest day for you guys, okay? So get some rest, because from next week it's totally going to be a roller coaster. You won't even know that 4 months have passed. Okay, so okay guys, see you on Monday or whenever we have class next. Bye bye, good night. I hope you enjoyed this class and you are really motivated to take this challenge, because yes, it's a challenge. Bye, good night. Akhil, don't worry about it, chill. Okay, bye.